chicken thighs, bone in, skin on, to bake in the oven. Quick weeknight meal. You want to soak your chicken in vinegar, pat it dry, coat my pan with a little bit of avocado oil, have my tweezers, kitchen shears, and another fork. I'm going to go on and clean off what the vinegar did not get rid of. A lot of times you'll find extra pieces of feathers and stuff, and you don't want to cook and eat that. So let's get started. I already preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. I am going to bake at that temperature for an hour. If all of my pieces were small, you could get away with baking it at 350 Fahrenheit for 45 minutes, but there are some large pieces. There's usually a few in each family pack. So that's why I just bake it for an hour. They don't really get dry. Most of the time when you have the extra flap of skin, yeah, that's where you get the nasty stuff. Like, you see that? You don't want to cook and eat that part. So I just cut that piece off. So I'm gonna take another look. It's just gunk that comes off. Can't see it. Yeah, just a little bit of gunk. I want to get all of that off. It's probably fine to eat, but if you don't have to, why would you? All right. So I'm gonna place it skin side down, pan. It's gonna make it easier to season. Okay. Let's get this piece. The tweezers help a bit better. I used to use a fork and a knife to clean chicken. So we got all of that off. Let's see. It'll focus that gunk. And this one's really nasty. I'm gonna cut it off and show you. See all of that? Feathers and all kinds of gunk. Got that all. All right, now let's take a look at the other side again. Okay, this side. The vinegar gets quite a bit off, but not all of it. So I like to go over it. Okay, that one. All right, let's look at all of this. It's pretty dirty this week. Rubber the tweezers. Okay, that one is good. One in. All right, let's look at this one. That one looks pretty good. All right, we gotta go in the middle. I think we had, yeah, got a couple feathers. Right. And usually when it's hanging off like this by a lot, it's usually pretty dirty. Cutting that off. There's still plenty of skin left to create the fat that we want and expect from chicken thighs. It's a feather. So just cut that. Yeah, that piece had a feather in it. right, so now just go over it with the tweezers. Got that one. We have 3 left. That one was a little dirty. Okay, 2 more. This piece had feathers on it. And this piece of the skin looked a little discolored. Sure, it's fine, but I'm already doing this, so I'll cut that out too. And I'm just going over it with the tweezers. Got that one. Now the last one. This poor little piece of skin was barely hanging on. But this little thing had a feather. And vinegar is not going to get the feathers out. Still got to go through and look at each piece. Okay, got that. I'm actually going to pull that back because that gives me a chance to add more seasoning there. So we are done with this part. We'll get this out of the way. And now we season. So for this part of the chicken, I'm going to use the Tony Chachere's. I promise it won't be salty. This seasoning blend has a bit of a kick to it too. Spray the skin with oil. I'm using avocado oil in this dispenser. Push down here. This is going to help the seasoning stick to the skin, and it helps to keep the skin crispy. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this, what is this, peppercorn blend. Pepper, make sure it's evenly covered. Then we will add a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt. Just a little coating. And then we finish with the chunky seasoning. For 1 hour.